in to O Come Saddam on NorthCoastUnderground.com and Facebook Live. Welcome to O Come Saddam with Lisi and Kev, the show that reflects on life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week, we talk about ourselves, each other, and even you if you let us. Why? Because nothing's off limits when we use our lessons to help others. So tune in to our show on Facebook Live and NorthCoastUnderground.com and share with us what dawned on you today. It just may save someone some time, or at least make them smile.
Where's Kevin? Where's Kevin? Where'd he go? JB, you're muted.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to O Come Saddam with Lisi, Kevin, JB, the show that talks about life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week, we talk about ourselves, each other, and you, if you let us. Why? Because nothing is off limits when we use life's lessons to help each other. So tune in each and every week on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And don't forget to like and subscribe and also share. We are here each and every week from 7 to 9 p.m., 7-ish to 9 p.m.-ish. And we ask ourselves the same question every week. What dawned on you today? And so we ask you too. So if you would like to tell us what life has taught you, what life lesson you want to share, please share it in the comment section, either Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Feel free. So we asked ourselves that question as well. So Kevin, JB, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. You.
I broke my toe. And it don't stink, bro. It's very fresh. But remember that day I was talking about, if it ain't something, it's another, then bam, bam, bam,
Mm-hmm.
bam, bam, bam.
Okay, so
How did it happen?
uh-huh.
I was running up my steps, right? Why are you laughing?
At home?
Yeah. I was at home.
What was the footwear worn as we were jogging up the said steps?
Well, I had slipped on my pair of my Crocs.
Grown ass.
Were they not in sport mode?
No, I see.
Sport.
Hear me out. I only wear the Crocs with the fur in them, the fur lining. So,
Well, he's bougie.
yeah, a little bit. I like the comfort. I
Might
like
let
the
him
comfort.
fly.
Super comfortable. So when you don't, I didn't put my foot all the way in. It was like 90% in, right? So I was running up the steps to get my wallet, right? So you know how you run up the steps, you kind of skip steps.
Oh.
And then when you skip said steps,
Mm-hmm.
only your tippy toes hit the steps. You know how you do when you're running up the steps. So when I ran up the step, my second step, my foot slipped out my Croc. Like
We only got to step number 2.
Yeah, I didn't even make it to the third step. So on the second step, my Croc slipped out my shoe like this. My Croc stayed on the step.
On the step.
Yeah, but my foot slipped out the Croc. And then it hit said step, hit the next step, and then it broke. So then I took off my other Croc, threw it down the stairs because I was mad and in pain. Almost hit the dog. Dog was like, "What the hell did I do to you?" And I just rode on the steps for about 15 minutes, and then I had to carry on with my day. So then my gracious buddy next to us said, "You need to go get that checked out." And I was like, "Nah, I should be all right." So under, the wife's supervision, went to the doctor. Sure enough, x-ray said it was broken. And it's not broke this way. It's broke this way. And it hurts.
So what did
So
you
what-
learn from this?
What I learned,
Air Crocs.
what I learned is I should not wear my Crocs in the house. That's what my wife keeps telling me.
Period.
It was the Crocs fault.
Huh?
I mean, the Crocs jumped ship. They didn't. They were like, nope, not on our watch. And you only made it to step number 2. So could we really consider it running in your Crocs? We were only on step 2.
He wasn't running,
Right.
he was jumping. If he had on some J's, he was good. You was trying to jump steps. Might I remind you, what is your age again, sir?
I'm 50.
Around like you in your 20s.
I'm 50, but I run up steps every day. I run upstairs every day. Every day.
The steps won that day.
That day they got me. It's the Crocs fault, man, because I didn't have my foot 100% in said Croc, and I only had it in there 90% of.
But it's the Crocs fault that you
It's the
weren't
Crocs' fault.
100% in them.
Yeah, because they were supposed to. My foot was supposed to slide 100% in when I landed. That was
That's
my
not
plan.
like your foot's fault, though.
Nah,
Because do your Crocs not have sport mode, sir?
Well, listen, the Croc had traction. The Croc was still on the step. That's
Yeah,
operator
Crocs-
error. That's operator error right there.
operator error. Well, I'll take that because, like I said, I was only 90% in said Croc.
See? Yeah, so you
Yeah.
don't take Crocs' good name down because you didn't put on said Croc, because you didn't put it on sport mode. They got sport mode for a reason, JB.
You tell
Sport
no
mode is
lies.
so you can run.
You tell no
You can
lies.
run, you can jump, you can do all those things that those Jordans can do if you
No,
put it in
well,
sport mode.
No, I wouldn't take it that far, but but
There's a reason it's called sport mode.
that's why he's
No
got
doubt.
the orthopedics right now.
air orthos.
There aren't those. That's right.
But
Yeah.
no hate, no gripes, no.
What is sport?
I'm
mode?
taking it.
You put the deck flap up or whatever.
When
Yeah,
you
you
put the
know.
duck flap up.
And it's strapped around the
That's
back
what
of your ankle.
they call it sport mode. Because then you should be able to run.
So when it's up front, what is that? The convertible? Is that the
I don't know what that's called. That's
laid back? That's
there's no name for that. But
broken.
when you
called-
put that thing up, it's over.
It's called
It's over.
X-ray mode. That's what it's called.
Don't run in the house with them on mode. But other than that, it's been a real good weekend and week. So I had a couple days off, chilling. I've been eating a lot. So, but I'm going back to work.
You haven't been going to work?
Went back to work for the first day yesterday.
How 10 hours, 12 hours, how long you got to wear the boot? I remember work until last summer and that,
I got to wear the boot when I walk. Like I can't.
got to keep it
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah, gotta keep my toes flat. But I only worked 6 hours yesterday, and I got to do a whole 8 tomorrow. So we should be we're gonna push it to the limit.
That shoe they gave you is kind of stylish. I had the old blue with the thick white sole on its shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, these are 226 model.
Check them, Dad.
That's what's up.
Yeah, this is the new
I see you they even moved to a new house. No stairs in that one, huh?
lawsuit. I sued myself. I sued myself, but
How long you got to do physical therapy once you're done?
nah, I don't think I'll need physical therapy. My range of motion is coming back pretty quick. As the only thing that's holding me down is the swelling. The swelling is going down a little bit slower than I anticipated. But then again, I'm not icing it as often as I should be, but we getting there. I say I should be back in a regular shoe. Well, I'm not supposed to wear another shoe until for 4 weeks.
Okay, yeah, I think I was like 5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. But since my crack went kind of into the cartilage part of my foot, They said I have to be very, very careful on how I walk around so I don't get arthritis. Arthritis.
Yeah, you are at that age for Arthur.
Exactly. So
what's that face? Yeah, his feet probably do stink. Got that face on.
No stinky feet over here. I think she froze again.
Crazy thing, her face froze. I don't even know audio.
She has no
there she go.
There she go. Hey, welcome back. Froze face again.
She had audio at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. What dawned on me? Ain't nothing too much been special in my life, been going. I said last week, I think I did say something about been reading a little bit more. And this is this week's book.
Self-Care of the Black Man, 100 Ways to Heal and Liberate. You need liberation, my brother?
No, what it is I was Googling for books for overthinking. Froze again. Googling books for overthinking. And this is one of the ones that popped up. There's a few that popped up that I checked into and they wasn't at the store.
So what do you mean by overthinking? Like when you yourself overthink and it's something to kind of calm your mind down?
No, I overthink to even in problems. So even just everyday just navigation, just overthink things so much that I, freeze up to a point just like I just won't do nothing. So indecisive and so in my head about things. Like I got a problem. Like somebody brought it to my attention. She was like, you overthink just putting on clothes, going to the hotel to work, and you're gonna go there and shoot anyway. It became that, I don't know, past 3 years or so, that my coping mechanism in the sense of I was so used, I guess, just going for other people and taking care of folks. Now, when it comes to me, I'm overthinking things.
Yeah, so, I get it. That makes sense.
With that, it makes you anxious in the sense of like, I don't even want to do nothing. It's like, I don't
right. Bucket. Bucket. I know.
So then it becomes, am I missing lessons because of my, not willing to go ahead and just try and take the leap. So that's, I've been reading this for a little bit now. So that's probably why last week when I was acting all crazy. Yeah. Now, Frank Mitty, JB.
No doubt.
Yeah. Frank Mitty.
Frank Mitty stuff. I get it.
Kevin overthinking. Yeah, Frank Mitty.
Yeah, it's time to let it's not a bad thing to let your alter ego take the reins for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think Jamal actually is in control maybe 2 days out of the week. For the rest of the week is either JB or Billa's day. And so I don't even, because he too indecisive. He don't, like you just said, man. He think too much. He cares about everybody's feelings.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much caring about feelings in this. Well, yeah, true that in the sense of, but it's like not wanting somebody upset in the sense of I don't want to be upset. So that's how I'm approaching my relationships with people. I'm not trying to make you upset.
So you don't upset me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it. Trying to keep my stuff down on a down low. So
now that everything, like I said, I used to take care of Pops and being at the house and the family and everything. So now it's kind of like, in a sense, just me. I mean, I still have maybe my baby, but in the true sense, it's kind of just me. I tend to overthink things. So that's what one thing, I had to do. So that's what dawned on me. Read more. Honestly, read more too. I've been doing that a little bit more because of, if not, I'm just sitting here watching TV, watching the news on my phone. So at this point, it's crazy. Somebody peek behind you. Somebody behind you, dog. Oh, okay. Just the way you move, it look like somebody, but you got that screen up, dog. It look like somebody right over your right shoulder, how you lead too.
Watch behind you. Yeah, nah.
That's the dawned on me. If I could tell people out there, if anything, please, read more, do what you can to heal yourself. that's one journey I've been on at least the past couple of years strongly.
Oh yeah. Read more books, folks.
Read books and JP how I was. I wasn't true social butterfly, but I would get out. So I'd be on the go. So
yeah, but I think that's just because we know ain't nothing really out there.
But that's just it. I check up on stuff, and there is stuff to do around Akron now that I'm a little bit older and stuff. Now, like there's stuff in Northeastern Ohio, period, that I haven't done. I only been to the Football Hall of Fame once.
Same.
Me and my baby and I, Maylee and I, we're gonna do Science Center. I never been to the Science Center, and I never been
to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's the Rock Hall of Fame.
Me neither.
I never been to the aquarium up there.
Me neither.
It's been a while since I've been to a planetarium. I was telling her about it. She's like, "Yeah, I think I've been in like 4th grade." So we're gonna do, it's a few things that, we're gonna do. So that's why I'm saying, outside of going to the club, antsy getting out like I used to, it's just wanting to get out and do things. So
I hear that. That all makes sense. That makes sense. I need to get out. Yeah, it's
and other activities like bowling, because I was going to ask Alicia about the place. Was it Spins up in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you so loud. But
yeah, we can hear you well.
Well.
Yeah.
We miss you, Chris. We miss you when you jumped off. But yeah. I was just telling him what Dondo makes read more. It's on the health journey. What's that?
Is that better? Am I still loud?
No, you're good. What's going on with the laptop? Mercury retrograde? Is that what Dondo?
No idea. What's up?
Well, you're gonna have to, because every time you move it, your voice is not. You're off. Okay, now say something now that the phone is still.
Okay.
It's off just a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you, but
is
it's
that
just
a little better?
Yeah, you can hear you. It's just
it's just loud.
No, the delay. You got a little delay now. That's all. That's all. That's all. So what Don don't use, sis?
That I'm sick and tired of the internet.
So you got
no, I have AT&T. I have AT&T, but I haven't. So I don't really use my computer in the house other than the show. So I don't even know if this is happening all the time. And then I don't really need internet for my phone. So yeah.
It probably needs to update.
But at this point, I think, I don't know. I'm about to try something while I'm on the phone with y'all. I'll try something when, he does the Donna report or, I have a free moment. But I'm going to try and run some testing and see if I can figure it out, because I don't even know. But anyway. So I'll tell you the things Dondo mean. Let me tell you what Dondo mean.
Mm-hmm.
What's that name? Leslie, the comedian.
Jones.
Leslie Jones. Well, she should have got a stylist a long time ago.
Right.
Because what a difference real clothes and Yogi and Dunn can do.
She's never been in the movies. That's what, she's not, exotic looking lady, but she was never really a bad looking lady once she has been done up. That's super tough.
Do it up, Blakely, please, because you look like she looked like a man before now.
You can look
She-
at her.
I disagree. I don't really think she looked good at all, but that's just my opinion.
Now you can see her dimples. Now she has a figure. Now she ain't all butch and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you butch, you butch. But I think don't you forever because she was dressing like a thing.
Yeah,
So it dawned on me that Leslie Jones is cute. And then it also dawned on me that that I have a pet peeve of old people talking on speakerphone. It gets on my nerves. I want them to buy earpieces. I was so much happier when everybody had Bluetooth. Please let the old people get their Bluetooth back so they can stop putting everything on speakerphone and we can hear all their conversation. Then they want us to get out their conversation. That dawned on me.
Who turned on you? Who flipped on you? Who said get out my conversation for you to say?
Who told you to mind your business?
I just know, like, we don't want to hear it. And you really don't want everybody to know your business. But when somebody tell you get off speakerphone, you're like, but I can't hear. What you got to figure out? Everybody don't want to hear your conversation.
Crazy thing.
Turn the volume up.
Going up to your ear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I'm going to get, I don't know, because my parents do it. I'll be like, stop, don't do that.
Man, don't nobody want to hear that.
Don't nobody want to hear the whole conversation. I don't understand. If you can't hear, do something else about it. But you would rather inconvenience everybody else and have everybody else listen to your conversation than to get a hearing aid you can't hear or get a Bluetooth so you can hear. Okay, so what else dawned on me? It dawned on, so over the weekend, my dad was in the hospital.
Sorry to hear that.
He's had a lot of challenges. He's out now. He got out yesterday evening. He got a lot of health things going on. So, what dawned on me is just remembering to check in, remembering to value, in a different way. Remembering to what priorities are. Because I had to I was supposed to go to someone else's father's funeral. And Saturday morning. And I had to kind of check myself, like, you about to go to somebody's father's funeral when your father just got put in ICU. And I'm like, priorities. You have to prioritize. Even though you want to be there for somebody else, you have to recognize this is your situation right now. And it's okay to not be there for somebody else in those moments where your people need you, and it's like, find myself kind of trying to be in a lot of places at once and, trying to prioritize family and trying to prioritize, just sometimes your priorities kind of get mixed up because you got goals and then you want to develop these relationships. You want to maintain relationships. You want people to know you care and all this stuff. And then sometimes it gets a little hard to see everybody you want to see, call everybody you want to call, and be a part of all these people's lives who have meant something to you when your immediate life is taking up so much space. And so if nothing else dawned on me is that it's okay to do what you have to do for your immediate family and kind of put everybody else after that. Like, I want my world to revolve around my home life and my immediate family, and then I don't have any time for anybody else. I don't want that to happen. But sometimes just finding the balance is a little hard. So that kind of dawned on me, like I'm constantly trying to find balance between what's right in front of my face and the outside world. And trying not to get stuck in it, but also remember that this is the world I created. So that world is valuable. That world needs time, and it needs nurturing, and it needs patience, and it needs to come first. It's supposed to come first. But also it's hard, to balance it. I want other people to know that they're valued, that they're loved, that I care about them. I'm used to being able to be there for people in a different way than I've been for the past few years. So just trying to get used to the new norm, I guess. So yeah, that's what dawned on me.
Feel like you spreading yourself a little too thin. You can't give nobody no real substance about yourself. That's when that's something that people, a lot of people battle with that, because your explanation for it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to meet everybody's needs and try to be there for everybody and show everybody that you're supportive, when sometimes you lose yourself in the process, or you forget about yourself. I ain't gonna say lose yourself, but you forget about the stuff that's enhanced reach. That's a better way to explain it. Like your stuff that's close to you, like in your house and stuff. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, because I'm not saying that I suffer from that, because when I don't feel like doing nothing, I don't do a damn thing. But it's just I hear that a lot from people. You know what I mean? It's because it's only 24 hours in a day. You only can be at one place at one time doing one thing. So
yeah,
I haven't invented my clone device yet to where we can have multiples of us, but I'm close.
We'll put a tool, because I'm gonna take a nap while they doing something.
If you had multiples of you,
like just idea, man. So I would say this: there's a big part of me that loves philanthropy. So I would need at least, just say 5 of me.
5.
So there would be a part that's at home. Yeah, a part that's at home, a part that's, hanging out with my family, a part that's at church, working, and a part that's helping other people.
So
And the
5.
one in the club.
Because I'm
In the club.
And the one in the club.
one of the.
Yeah, you gotta have one in the club too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what you had, Kev?
You look at that.
That could be.
Hey, why the hell?
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be nice. Like I said, I got the one in the books. I got the kicking it one. I got the one in the church getting my soul right, and I got the, what I'm saying, the one that's at home taking care of the house.
Okay. You need that
I don't
one.
think that's how I did it, but I'm gonna go with it.
But yeah, I get it. It's hard trying to figure out a balance, especially if you have an understanding of the person who you want to look out for and their support system. If you know they have lack thereof, you also want to be there for them. But at the same time, it's hard to try and distinguish, being there for me as opposed to being there for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I wouldn't even talk about being there for me. I was just talking about, my immediate.
Like you said, that's for you, though. That's yours. You know what I'm saying? So you said, like you said, you was gonna be there for somebody else when you got your own family situation. Being there for you, you got to be there for yourself. So going to do that is what I was alluding to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just trying to figure it out. I think anybody. So I grew up in church, and so one of the things, even when I communicate with boyfriend, like one of the things that's different between me and him. He's probably more like JB with that. You know how you just said you don't necessarily have that problem. He don't necessarily have that problem either, but I have that issue because I'm I'm ministering in church. You know what I'm saying? So I have all these people I'm connected to who their lives, who they're needing prayer. You know, they need somebody to talk to. If they even have attended my church, if I know somebody who's even been a part of my life, period, you know, if that person calls on me, most of the time I would try and figure out in some kind of way, capacity, how to be there. You know, I have these, you know, all these additional kids, like my daughter Jasmine. She was one. She was one that God added to my life because at the time she needed me. You know, I'm blessed that that relationship developed like it did, and she really became part of my family. But initially, it was because she needed me. And so, you know, I always think about that saying, you know, be careful how you treat people because you could be entertaining angels unaware. So I'm very careful about making sure that the people that I come in contact with, I am treating right and trying to show the love of God. Because I would hate for somebody to need me. I could have done something that wouldn't have even been that dramatic, wouldn't even been, you know, so big for me, but it would have made all the difference for them. So sometimes that's the hard part. Like, but I also learned the other part of it is or working in a funeral home, but especially working in a funeral home, you think about the fact that when you're gone, life goes on. So I have to constantly remind myself that because if Alicia couldn't be there, if Alicia was gone, that person would have to figure it out. You know, maybe they wouldn't want to. Yeah, and they would. You know, one way or another, it may not be help, but it would have been the way that they need. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I keep trying to remind myself that when I be like, well, this person needs me and this person needs me and that person called and all that stuff. But it's what I'm learning. It's a constant juggle. It's not even something that I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna just have it. It's just always gonna be, you gotta prioritize. Who comes first in this scenario? You know, what's most important in this scenario? Because I was so used to, I ain't gonna lie, I was so used to being in and out of relationships that I can give a relationship a good 6 months. And then when it was done, I just go hang out with my people, you know, like, and so not having that break now, I'm actually having to get adjusted to it. Because now it's like, oh, I gotta really incorporate you in my life. To really, you know, start all the time. Yeah, like I can't now. It's like, we get through this. Now it's like, shoot, I gotta consult you, or now I gotta consider you when it comes to all the things that I was doing and all the plans and all that, you know, and my kids, you know, I can't take on to something, then that's another day my kids ain't seeing me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just constantly juggling. And then, like I said, if anything on with my parents, I'm juggling anything. You know, they're my road dogs. So if anything going on with them, you know, so you know, it's a constant lesson. And I mean, on one hand, I like to be able to do it. But on the other hand, it's not always to decide what goes, what stays.
Better ask permission.
Huh?
You better ask permission.
Shut up.
You go from I to we. You know, I went the other way. I went from we to I. So
Yeah. Honestly, that whole I thought that was so much easier because I did it short term so many times. That I was like, man, I can do this. But I didn't. But to do it on a regular, I'm like, oh, I'm not used to. It's not even a permission. It's just an acknowledgement. Like,
Nah, it's
what I'm
just
gonna do is gonna take me away.
yeah, giving respect to the relationship. Now I have an understanding that I have somebody else that I have to, when I navigate and do certain things, now I have to consider somebody else.
Yeah. Some
Yep.
other people's feelings.
Even just my
and taking consideration.
yeah, because it's not. It's really just a time thing. It's not even the major decisions right now. It's just, oh, well, if I take time to, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna. That's okay.
Yeah,
So
like I said, it's only 24 hours in a day. So and you need to sleep
Yeah.
8 of them and work another 8. So
No,
that only leave you 8 hours of juggling people, time, personalities, and yourself. So
Yep.
and everybody, well, not everybody had that same pie graph of time, but
Mm-mm.
for the most part, that's everybody's pie graph of time. 8 to sleep, 8 to work. So that's 16 hours of your day. Leaves you 8 more hours to fit everybody in your world in. So some days you get left out. That's just how it works.
You didn't take the 8. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't make the 8 today. I got you tomorrow. Maybe I can sneak you in a little 15 in tomorrow or the next day, but it's just how it works. I mean, and everybody should have that struggle in some shape, form, or fashion, right? I mean, if your day consists of
No.
rest and work or school,
and what?
I don't. Not directly.
nah.
Unless my baby needs me, or my mom. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
My 8 is mine. Give me mine.
All mine.
Mine. That just means JB, he need us to put him to work at this point. That's what that sounds like.
My man need a hobby.
Oh, it sounds like y'all got too many people in your life. I don't. I need to put my roster.
Sound like y'all need to start Xing some people out.
I need to
No
start
doubt.
paying people. Salary cap is getting low. Hey.
Start cutting the fools. Yeah,
We ready for the
man.
report?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one who got something got to do. Y'all gonna have to find something to do. Y'all ain't gonna just keep making it.
I'll take a project. I won't mind. I can give y'all the week in music or the week in sports or something weird like that.
I gotta turn on my AC and
See?
get here. Said weekly sports. There ain't nothing going on but the World Cup with those races.
Nah, the World Cup's over.
Argentina. I know Spain beat Argentina 1-0.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-0.
The Argentina people just lost their minds after they lost the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Bugging.
But let's get
You're tuned in to O Comes the Dawn on NorthCoastUnderground.com and Facebook Live. And now here's Kev with the Dawning Report. That's your local and global news and your trending topics.
Excuse me, try to take a drink real quick. Spilled it on my chin.
You are not muted. Where did they find these
I
people.
know I'm not.
None of us are muted. Thank
See,
you.
the music was going off. I didn't want to leave JB out there to drive. I thought you jumped off. I didn't even see she was back. This is Kev with the Donna Report. A few short stories of
Would
things
you like to take the picture off, sir?
across the country and around the world. So let's get off into it.
Oh Lord.
Listen, I have two other people who knows production on this, and they could have been helping me out, but no,
I don't know about two other people.
no,
Because JB's still learning some things.
no. JB, he was kicking the tires last weekend after you jumped off.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
He was kicking the tires. That's the background. Remember, he's playing with the background earlier. But let's get off into these stories real quick. First up, on Monday morning, a 43-year-old Army vet was taken into custody after carrying out an attack on the New York federal office building in Lower Manhattan. Andrew Arabaka, I hope I'm saying that right, dumped some gasoline just outside of the employee entrance of the building, then used a large firework to ignite the gasoline, causing a big fireball. After lighting the fire, Arabaka pulled out a airsoft rifle, which they kind of use, but it still can hurt. And he fired 5 to 7 pellets at the building. One civilian and 2 federal employees were injured during the attack. Authorities also found a cart that belonged to the suspect. It had an "Ice Off Our Street" sign attached to it, and actually found more weapons. He had additional incendiary devices, like 6 of them, 2 axes, a hammer, a machete, and 3 knives. So the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force is still investigating, and charges have yet to be filed against him.
Yeah, he was not playing.
Yeah, he was coming to do damage. And speaking of veterans, servicemen who was killed over the weekend have been identified. 3 of them were killed and 1 is missing. Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, he was 25 from Hawaii. He was died on the 18th. Private Isabel Gonzalez, she's 19, out of Texas. She passed away on the 17th. And Sergeant Michael Emmanuel Sweeten, 30. He passed away on July 19th. He's from North Carolina. And Commander Gabriel Edwards, he's from Oregon. He's a husband and father of 2. He has been missing since early July and actually called up the search here like July 5th or something like that.
Dang, they just stopped looking for him?
So far, yeah. So far, that brings the total of servicemen killed or missing to 18. Speaking of the war, the gas prices is back. The national average is back above $4. It's actually $4.01. We actually are right here in Ohio. I think here in Ohio we are like $3.84 or something like that. We're pretty reasonable.
Something like that. This week.
This week, but that's the crazy thing. We're $1 more, 1 cent more than yesterday, with 15 cents better than last week. A year ago at this time, gas was $3.14. Can you imagine that?
Man.
Imagine gas being $3. I imagine back when I started, the gas was getting above $1 then, $1.99 premium, 99 cents regular. $5 used to go a long way back in my day. In my day.
You can't even do a person a favor no more.
Yeah. Speaking of death, it's been a year since Malcolm Jamal Warner's drowning. He actually drowned. Passed away yesterday, July 20th in 2025. He was 54 years old while vacationing in Costa Rica with his family. So it's actually an interesting story about what's going on with his wife, and we'll post on our website.
What's going on with his wife?
She's actually suing his mom. This article I've been reading. Yeah.
What?
Or money. Some stuff wasn't set up before his passing, and she's.
What else would it be over?
She's struggling.
But I'm just saying, like,
the state was supposed to be changed. Him being, her being the wife, and they have a child together also. So.
Yeah, trying to see where that money goes and who's going to be in charge of his estate. And
so yeah.
wife feels like she should. And
so keep an eye out on our Facebook page for the story here soon. Today is July 21st. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. You share with a few people. They don't have too many people on here. Comedian, actor John Lovitz is 69. Rory Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's little brother, he is 37 as the actor. Josh Hartnett, I don't know if too many people remember him. He's an actor, he's 48. He played in The Faculty with Usher back in the day. And actor comedian Robin Williams was born on this day in 1951. He would have been 70
Robin Williams.
years old.
Mork.
Okay.
Mork and Mindy. National holidays today. It is invite an alien to live with you today. You got an alien you want to
I have
invite?
some already.
Huh?
I have aliens living with me. They're my children.
National Be Someone Day. Hey, National Black Women's Equal Pay Day. I don't know. We're gonna have to strike that one down.
My brother, when will we learn?
It was Racial Harmony Day, and we just ended with National Junk Food Day. And that is the Don and report. Real quick, I want to send out condolences to a friend of ours. He actually lost a grandbaby the other day. We were informed this morning, as well as another friend of mine who lost a brother. So that's why I had mixed messages when they'll text me something else because of Jay's nickname and everything. And when he texts me, I'm like, nah. But yeah, condolences to my dude Jay. He lost his grandbaby. And
So sorry.
Mark Jeffries, who lost his older brother.
Okay.
Prayers.
Prayers. And now on to you back on your laptop.
I am.
That's what's up. Yeah, notice that. Even so, the middle spot. We can't give you that's the premium spot, and you keep clicking off. We can't be giving you the premium.
Shut your face.
You gotta stay posted.
They pay for that, you know what I'm saying? That's $20 an hour. We over here at the $5 an hour spots on the ends, and you got the premium spot, but keep jumping off.
I'm only in the middle because I'm a girl. I'm a girl, and you keep putting me in there. I can go to the side, push me to the side. Do what you gotta do.
Now we're gonna keep Moni in the middle.
You, where's she
Keep Moni in the middle.
Take her. See what I'm saying? See, when I was just speaking of National Black Women's Equal Pay Day, and when we try to give them equality, this
Whatever.
They don't really want it.
wait for your homegirl to be on here to say something, but yeah.
You missing her. I know you missing my homie. I'm gonna tell her he was looking for you. He was looking for you today.
Man's world.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we ready for the topic?
Yes, we are ready for
Okay. So tonight,
squirrel.
it was a fly, not a squirrel. Shut up, Kevin.
Squirrel.
So, I'm gonna kill it too. I'm sorry. Let's focus, Alicia. Tonight's subject. Do you know? I spelled that right. Look, it's supposed to say when to lead and when to follow.
I was wondering. I was like, who is O?
You a hater. You write it.
I was just wondering where you was coming from with it.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't notice until it was too late.
It's correct.
JB, I just fixed it.
No, I fixed it.
I just fixed it. I just did that.
Okay, I was gonna say I just did it myself. So.
You both did it. Congratulations.
So do you know when to lead and when to follow? So I actually saw this on Fridays with Tab and Chan. And I thought I didn't actually look at their version because I didn't want to be tainted by their by their opinions and things that they said on their show. But I thought it was a good shut dash. Jeez. Oh my God. Quiet right before I'm going to talk about the topic. Jeez. Okay. But anyway, so I thought it was a good topic because I think I know within a lot of areas of my life I have had to take the lead, and it's not necessarily been something I even wanted to do. So I wanted to first ask you guys, do you feel like your personality, and I think I know the answer to this already, but our listeners don't. We can't take for granted that a lot of times our listeners are getting to know us. So even though we know it, they don't. So stop having conversations like they've known us for 30 years.
Sorry.
So when it comes to being a leader versus a follower, do you find yourself being more of a leader or more of a follower? Either one of you.
Well, it depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Which one are you more comfortable in?
Either or, depends on who I'm with and what I'm doing. All right,
elaborate for the hours that we still have on the show, JB.
Let me get a little bit more in depth with this.
Everybody played hard.
Now, I don't mind taking it. Actually, I would prefer to be in the background. I don't never like to be front and center. I always like to be like right behind the people that's front and center, just looking over their shoulders like that. That's my comfort zone. And but I ain't got no problem with stepping up and being dead center of attention and running stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good either or. I'm a chameleon with this. I can adapt to any circumstances. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. That's how I roll. But yeah, if it's like if I'm at work, I could play the background real quick when there's a lot of voices until my voice is asked to be heard. I let everybody else talk they talk. When I'm at home, the dominant voice in this house is my wife.
I'll be quiet, Debo.
Yeah, and so when Debo doing her thing around the crib, I'll be quiet. But when she leaves, I'll be talking again. So it like I said, it depends on the circumstances.
That's a different topic in itself.
Yeah, true.
Running the household as opposed to head of household.
Right.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of leadership that that a lot of times people get misconstrued.
Running the household, people run the household, that's the day-to-day, but who's the head of household? But for me, I'm 60-40 as far as, whether followed and lead. It depends on the situation. Being a Leo, if I bring my sign into it, the stars, but it's just, it goes to, I can either lead depending on what it is, or I can also play the background also and take a different point of view also. Because even in my mindset, even though I may not be leading, me taking a step back and seeing something different, in that way, I'm also, helping out and being a leader in the sense of bringing something to the attention. Well, what about this? What about, as opposed to making the decision overall? So either way, for me, that's why I say 60-40. It's not really 50-50, Yeah, I wouldn't mind leading. It's just depending on the personalities that I'm leading also. Because sometimes everybody can't be, led, or some people cannot take constructive criticism or instructions well either. So it depends on the personalities.
Yeah, that's definitely important on the people who's, if they're accepting to be led,
Yeah.
or not, because that makes a hell of a difference. Because I think we've tapped on this lightly from a different angle. Like, I'm not a rah-rah verbal type of leader per se. I'm more of a actions. Follow me in my actions. See me going hard, so you should do just the same type of leader. But I'm also savvy enough in the way that I communicate with people that I can do that part also. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause savvy. You know, because I ain't gonna lie, I know how to deal with people all across the board. You know what I'm saying? So communication to other folks, it's not really my weak spot. It's not a strong spot, but it's not. I'm comfortable with it. But you know, I can improve there for sure.
Sorry. And you just go, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna work on his
What, my transitioning? Sorry, my bad.
inflection and deflection were coming out of that's
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
okay. I mean,
you
okay,
couldn't
so
even ask her a question when you ended it, so she knows that you're
So
done.
she can bring it on in. I know. Yeah, instead of just go,
I'm
instead of
done.
just shutting it down. All right, I got
Yeah,
you.
you can even tell me. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Noted. Definitely noted.
What'd you say?
What about
I said
you?
it's noted. It's
You like to lead. I ain't gonna even take this. You know.
I like to lead. No, actually, I don't. So here's the thing.
I know, because we were like that in school. You know, we'll want projects together, be like, well, we'll put them in charge and basically tell them what we going.
So here's the thing. What I have learned about myself.
Thinking back on that.
Yeah, so just even looking back on a lot of scenarios, I don't go into things wanting to lead. I go into things wanting stuff to move smooth. And however it's going to move smooth, that's how I take my position. So if someone else takes the
We back to it.
she froze again.
We're gonna have to tell her don't move too much, man.
Keep her emotions at a minimum.
Minimum, we go by. The crazy thing is when it shit froze again. When it did it earlier, you at least still had audio.
Yeah.
I don't even think she has audio or nothing right now.
No. But you know, it's these electronics, people. They're supposed to make our life so much easier, but we see that they don't.
But when we were in the school playing Foursquare now.
Yeah, there you go. Get you multiple
You tell
cameras
me
going.
something to me back. Okay, so anyway. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You got a Bluetooth?
Like my parents.
It's just got me slobbering on myself. But just the timing, and maybe that helped with you know, because you're clear, but like I said, you're off. So hopefully the Bluetooth will make it a little bit more fluid as far as everything lining up. So, but yeah, if you yeah, there you go. See, that was, but you froze now. Okay, no.
I'm not frozen.
No, yes, you are. If not, you scare me. You need to blink. Blink.
Yeah, blink. Breathe. Breathe. Say something.
I don't
Can you hear?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I'm just trying to wait for these stupid headphones to work.
They're
I'm
good.
having so many technical issues.
They're good. You're not off or nothing now. It's good. Not your frozen.
Not even on.
We go internet. We go ahead and invest in her some internet. But
That's at AT&T, man.
yeah. Her fiber optics are off. We need to we have 5G now. But yeah, when we were in school, we never wanted to be in charge. We always have somebody else in charge, and then we just go ahead and kind of take control and let them know how we was gonna operate. Be her and Duke. Why you take the earphone with you?
So did
Because the headphones weren't what you. It wasn't the headphones. It just started acting right.
Mhm.
My bad. But before it was off. It was off. You know, actually be, as you were, we can hear you talking, but then your mouth will be moving a few.
You know? I hate it.
We'll get through it. We're very patient over this way. No gripes.
You might have to be still. When you give too much movement is when you freeze up.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm hitting my headphones now.
Can you hear me good now? Good. Yeah, good. Can you hear me now? Good.
Can you hear us?
You see you blinking too, so we know you good. We know you good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sweet. All right.
So as you were saying, you like being bossy, but you don't mind stepping back sometimes.
I don't even remember.
You go in not wanting to take the lead, but in the mindset
It's
of
not working.
making things run smoothly. What's not working?
Oh, there it is. Okay. So
not to buy stock in.
it keeps stopping on my end.
I had an AT&T. Bro.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is stupid. But anyway, okay. So yes, I do not like to come in and take over because there are too many facets of my life where I have to be the leader. I have to figure out everything. I have to make things work and all that. So I do not have to do that. If I can find, if there is somebody who can take the lead and who does it efficiently, I will follow till the wheels fall off. But a lot of times I have found that I still end up taking somewhat of a leadership role because I have ideas or I have I have a concept that might make things a little easier. Or I'm the person who gets things done. So I end up being the right hand man.
I was just about to say leadership adjacent, but yeah.
I don't know. To me, that sounds like a person that just get tired of getting told what to do, and they be like, you know what? I think I can do this better than that person can.
What does it sound like?
I'm shit disconnected. You muted yourself.
What is the sound off? Could you not hear us?
You can hear me?
We was hearing you just fine. Everything was cool.
Everything was good.
The stupid thing was still going slow and y'all kept freezing on me.
Oh, we were freezing. I get it.
Don't be trying to blame my internet. That's yours.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out how. I'm saying it's freezing on my end.
But even now, even the voice and everything still is not too bad, But when you do make set movements, it do seem to freeze up on our end.
Me doing a little Kim.
You lean into the camera, then you'll lean back, and it'd be like you get stuck, and I have a crazy face like.
Because I'm so uncomfortable. I'm sitting in this stupid chair. I can't figure out how I want to sit.
Poor thing. Well,
But anyway,
So what situation brought you to this topic?
did you hear what he said, JP?
yeah. He said, "What made you come up with this topic?"
You just said you just said you don't want to go into leading, but is there something that happened that made you think like I didn't want to lead this weekend, but they forced me into doing this, or is it like
I mean, life.
just life in general?
Yeah, life in general, but just so we ended up talking about so my sister came into town, and a lot of times I end up doing all the driving for everything. And so my mom wanted me to come to the hospital so we can all take my sister to eat. And so instead of having Ellington drive, I told him he could ride with me. And then we get to the hospital, and then I end up driving everybody. Now it's Sunday. So on Sundays, I need a nap. I just do. I'm exhausted on Sundays. I do 2 services. And just Sundays it's the end of the week for me. It's not I don't know if I should consider it the beginning of the week or the end of the week. But Sundays are a lot. A lot mentally and a lot physically, because I do 2 services, one at 9:00 and one at 11:15. And I am on the stage majority of the time during both services. So I am the person who starts service. I do praise and worship with the praise team. I do the welcome song. Sometimes I have to do what do you call it? Sometimes I have to do offering. If the choir has to sing, I have to direct the choir. And then I also pray over people at the end of it. And sometimes I even have to teach in between while pastor is preaching. So Sundays are really exhausting. And I have to do that twice. So by the time I'm done, I usually want to go to sleep. But this Sunday I couldn't go to sleep because my sister came into town to check on my dad. And we had to go to eat. And so I drove. And so we were driving in the car, and I don't know how we got on it, but we talked about a vacation. When we went to Hershey, and the kids were talking about, how they had fun, or, how it was a good trip and whatever. And I was like, I didn't really enjoy it because I drove the whole time. I planned it. I drove there. I drove the entire time we were there to everything that we did. And then I drove all the way back. I had to figure out what we were going to eat. I figured out where we were going to stay. I figured out how to get all the tickets. I figured out when I was going to pick up everybody. Like, sometimes the leadership of it all is exhausting. And then I am at work. At work, I just started the new job in April. But because I am technology savvy and I've been doing, everything from ministry to customer service to all this stuff, I kind of flow very easily in the position. And so I'm teaching people who've been there for years how to do certain stuff. And then I'm correcting people on how to talk to people. I'm correcting people on how to do certain things. And I'm like, sometimes I'm trying to figure out whether I know how to follow at this point. Am I causing myself to be in this position, or is it just naturally? You said I'm bossy?
Or controlling
Was I
one.
bossing you?
Or controlling one. Or controlling
Was
one.
I bossing you? Shut your face.
telling people how to talk to people. People don't know. how
Yeah,
to
that's
talk to people.
crazy.
That's why I was like, what?
Dang.
Okay, so let me give you an example. Because I don't want you to think I'm just saying I was just telling people what to do. So when people do services, sometimes they need us to get like sometimes they need us to get them a singer, or they need us to get them a minister, or something for their service.
Mm-hmm.
So this family had asked, could we get them a preacher? Now the preacher is someone who works with us all the time, and apparently he may be late or whatever. So one of the people who was in the family who had worked with me, the daughter was super comfortable with me, and she came in and she's like, hey, we're gonna hold off walking in because my other sister fainted. So we want but she's on her way here. And so we want to wait until she gets here in order for all of us to walk in as a family. So I'm telling her, okay, yeah, I understand, of course. One of the ladies who works with me, she walks up to me and asks where the minister was. Now, you don't ask that in front of the family.
Why not?
She's like, well, where is such and such at? And I'm like, he's on his way. And she's like, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hopefully you know him. And I'm like, why would you say that in front of the family? The family who has entrusted us, and don't get me wrong, like I said, you're going to have people in every business and every facet, because I'm definitely not talking down my job. My job is amazing. And whatever, things happen. The guy he wasn't even really running late, but it's a way that you say stuff. It's a way that you go about handling things. And sometimes, like, I have to, like, I'm in awe of how people handle things, because I'm like, put the shoe on your foot. Like, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you want to then feel like people didn't handle something for you that you entrusted into on such an important time? You know what I'm saying? Like, and just in general, I find myself stepping into that space. I actually had a business that I was going to start that was called Let's Make Sense, because I've seen so many businesses that could make more money if they were just more efficient. So I found myself stepping into a lot of leadership spaces. But again, I don't want them. I want to sit back and allow for somebody to teach me. I want somebody to tell me what to do so I don't have to figure it out. I'm so tired of figuring stuff out. Because a lot of times I don't know what the proper way to do stuff is, but I'm willing to figure it out. So I end up being the person who's taking the lead. Why? Where are the people with the expertise?
Well,
Where are the people?
How
Move, y'all. Move. Okay. Huh?
How comfortable?
Thank you.
How comfortable are you with just throwing your hands up and letting people handle it?
I'm not. And that's part of the problem. I'm not comfortable with doing that, because a lot of times if I do that,
They don't go right.
then I feel like I've not only let them down, but I feel like I let myself down.
Well, if something happens, you just felt like you just watched a train wreck too.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't do nothing to help it. I just watched a train wreck happen.
see,
Yeah.
I kind of see that as controlling, but
That's not controlling, man.
that is control.
Well, okay.
That's
So
on the lightweight controlling side.
She also gave you the scenario of people.
No, I get it.
People coming with problems.
Yeah,
People gotta
yeah,
figure it
I
out
get it.
themselves. I don't always have the answer, but at the same time, I'm willing to figure it out. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it.
I'm willing
That's
to
why-
obtain the knowledge to do what I have to do to figure this out. Where is anybody else who's willing or want to gain that knowledge to figure this out with me? But if y'all gonna leave me to it, then hey,
Then do it. Yeah, but that's why I asked. That's why I asked on how comfortable are you with just saying. You
I've
know
never
what I'm
been
saying?
It
uncomfortable with
depends.
I'm very comfortable with learning. So hey,
Now, I will say there are scenarios where I just let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah. So
Because
that's
I
what
feel
you're
like
gonna
if
have
I
to start
step
doing probably
in,
a little bit more. Just
yeah, I feel
let
like
it
if I
go.
step in, then they're never going to learn or they're never going to appreciate me stepping in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I, at a certain point, even the people that I like teach how to work certain processes, I step away and I said, no, I've taught you, do it. I'm not gonna handhold after I know I've given you all I had. Like I'm
Right.
not that person. Now that is controlling.
Mm.
But I'm the person who is willing to teach you when nobody else is. Let's do this together. We can figure this out. I'm that person. I'm the jump in it with you kind of person. Hell, that's what me and Kev did the whole time we was in school. That's why we on this podcast right now. Because that's what we did for each other. When
Yeah.
everybody else acted like they were going to take the lead and they took positions that they really didn't know how to do or weren't willing to do, me and Kev were stuck holding the dang on ball and had to do it
they wouldn't
because
come.
we didn't want.
They might not even come on the webcam. They'd stop coming to class. They might not even come on the webcam if we have class or whatever. So it had to be. So we like, whoever the Mr. G, Mr. Whoever, what is it that I really need to know to really get this going?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I got into photography between him and video editing and Mr. Jack John. That's why I kind of got into photography and video and all that stuff because of them telling me, okay, this the little things. And with the little things, you learn little things, you start seeing everything else as far as for the big picture. Then you're like, oh, I want to try. Now you don't jump down this rabbit hole of information and learning. It's like, okay, if you don't want to do it, I got to do it. Well, I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say, like she said, you never want to jump into that leadership role, but at the same time, hey, I take the initiative. It's a pass fail. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm going to fail unless I go for it. Hopefully I'm going to pass, but it's a pass for me anyway because it's experience.
Yeah.
What I'm not willing to do is go down with you. I'm willing to let you learn your lesson, but don't take me down in the process. Yeah. Get off my arm. Stop holding my leg. like when I know it's going to affect other people that don't have control over it or don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm willing to do it. Because there's been a lot of events. I stopped going places on time because I would get there and people would put me to work.
I'm good for that.
It was a group. It was a group that I had never heard all these wonderful things about them, but I never got a chance to see them in person. And the one time I went to their concert, the people who were supposed to be opening up for them, it was a gospel group. The people who were supposed to be opening up, person, whoever, was supposed to open up for them did not show up. And they came in the audience and asked me to open the concert.
Hey.
And I'm like, what? I didn't even realize you knew my name. And what? I ended up pulling people out of the audience to sing with me.
Did you get paid?
And open up somebody else's concert.
Did you get paid?
I was on the show. I bought a ticket.
Did you get paid?
No, I get paid. Of course not.
Oh, hell no. That would have been because I would have stepped on the step. I would not have grabbed no type of microphone if we didn't talk about my conversation.
It was a gospel. It was a gospel concert. Nobody was getting paid.
Somebody got paid.
Well, listen, I'm sure somebody got paid, but me and the people who sang with me did not get paid, and
Somebody got broke
that's a
off.
whole nother subject.
That sounds
Yeah.
like
That's a whole nother subject.
close the door while we have the offering. Yeah, close the door. So, yeah, I need that.
That's that. Don't ask no questions.
But no, like it happens way too often. I've gone to parties, I've gone to weddings, and if I come on time, if I come early, I end up helping put the stuff together.
Yeah, I
I've
know that.
ended up helping cooking. I went to a graduation party that I had not even planned on going to. Decided to go at the last minute and ended up doing everything from picking up, from cooking for everybody, to driving the whole time, to decorating the place, to when the event actually happened. I got pulled from place to place to get people to participate in different areas. I got asked to go on the dance floor to get people to go on the dance floor. I got asked to announce that the food was ready. I got asked to tell people that that they could go out on the deck. And then I went to take a picture with the person whose party it was. And I got stuck with a line of people who I had to take pictures for.
Yeah, you miss
It's like, yes. And do I, at this point, I am asking myself, do I know when to leave versus when to follow? Because I have to sit down. I got to figure out when to sit down. Or am I just supposed to chalk it up and recognize that that's me?
Understand your blessings. You're a gift and a curse. Yeah. Understand your life.
I'm a gift and a curse.
Yeah, you special. You know what I'm saying? You're dependable. That's your curse. You're it's a gift and a curse.
That's the curse. Dependable.
You're dependable and reliable, and people know it. You feel me? So it's like and you're trustworthy. So it's like when you fit in all of those categories, people see you when something's going array. Come here, I need your help real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I know the feeling, you know what I mean? But I'm quick to say, give me a minute. I'm doing something for somebody real quick and not come back. But that's just my way of maneuvering through stuff, because I'm always told, Jamal, can you carry this? Jamal, can you go to the car and get this out of my trunk? Jamal, can you go here and pick this up? Jamal, can you reach up there? You know what I mean? That old spiel, which I never have a problem with, you know what I'm saying? Because I like it when people overthink me. But you gotta know how to move. You know, if you fit in that box, you gotta know how to move.
I will fade in with the wallpaper and be gone if I ain't trying to. I was trying to relax. You come up, put me to work, man.
Yeah, put me to work.
Stuff at home I could do if I want to do some work, man.
Yeah, but I mean, the people, you know, it's appreciated though, right? You know that though, right?
She hasn't said,
and that,
no, you ain't said nothing about getting paid, so I don't know how far the appreciation goes, but yeah.
I never get paid. I never get paid.
Hey, you know what?
I think I never get paid for it. Yeah. I will say this job is the first time where if I stay over, if I, do something extra, that my boss does recognize it and try to do something.
That's good.
So I can say this job is one of those places. But most of the, and don't get me wrong, that's kind of where I was at the beginning when I was talking about what dawned on me. I'm used to being the person who steps in those spaces. And sometimes, and like I said, sometimes I miss it because I'm not able to do as much as I was before. And so like that leadership role that I know God has called me to, I already know it. I also want to be able to follow. That's honestly one of the things that I'm hoping to look forward to with marriage. let me follow somebody. like
Now,
like
I
it's
got a
going to be
question. I got a
yes.
question. Now, do you think it's a lack of trust other people with tasks? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that do you think that you could start investing more trust in the people you're supporting, cast around you, the people around you? Like, should you start trusting them more to handle stuff instead of
Well, you probably know who you surround, and
I
depends
don't
on
step in. What were you saying, Kev?
No, I was just saying you probably know the personalities and depend on who's around. Because some people don't deserve to be in that leadership position to try and that's I understand what he was asking. Do you need to take a step back? It's like, nah, it depends on the individuals. Now, if it's somebody I can trust that I know, yeah, okay. But if it's somebody I don't, it's like, well, maybe I do need to help out a little bit more. Or like you said, depending on what the project is, I might not partake at all because I see this ship is going down when I'm not trying to be on the boat.
So it's not where he go.
I don't know. He jumped out.
Well, my thing is, it's not that I jump into the leadership role. I see stuff that's going on and I let it go on. I let it go on. I observe the person who just jumps in the role. I observe and I see what I see. I see if instead of leading, if I can just lend a hand and follow.
participate, help out,
Yeah,
instead of
that's
being in charge of
that's
something.
my goal. Yeah, I don't have to be in charge. I don't have to be in charge at all. In fact, when I was younger, I got offered management positions and I would always turn them down because I didn't want the responsibility.
They want to have to deal with the person.
I don't want to have the responsibility. My household, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But as far as everything else, I didn't step into these roles at work until it was needed. Even in church, I don't step into the role until it's needed. I don't volunteer to be the leader of many things just off rip. If nobody answers the call, then sometimes I will if it's a need. But I'm not. I think that's what you misunderstanding. This ain't leadership because I asked for leadership. This is leadership because I had to step in when nobody did, or I became the leader by default.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that's something that's kind of dawned on me. That's probably why I don't go too many places anymore. Because, like you said, I hate going places. I just want to be present without having to be present. I just want to be here without having to have to. Can you do this? Can you do it? I just want to be here. So at some points, like, I don't even want to go because I might have. They're gonna ask me to do something. I never feel like that for a little bit now.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with people. That was in my don't want to deal with people phase. But when you so used to, if people are used to you kind of giving a hand or willing to, then they know that's your personality. So it's easy for them to ask because rarely will you say no. So now it's like I don't even want to be around it to have to say no.
Yeah,
So,
I don't even want to be asked.
yeah. So I just because if I go, I just want to be here, be present without having to, have to do anything. But yeah, I think
that's work.
That's what dawned on me. I think that's probably why I've been avoiding people for the past 3 years because of that.
Yeah, I don't mind it, man. I mean, it's like I said, I like being overthinked, but it's
Overthinked.
yeah,
Is that a thing? You're overthinked.
Yeah, it's a thing. I mean, it's like
even if you come up front, I appreciate it if you can. You really don't have to thank me on the back end because we already came with the appreciation. It's the ones you do stuff for and they don't want to thank you, just make you just like, I don't want to help nobody. want
That
nothing
part.
from nobody.
That
Because
part right there.
that's what I was speaking of. Because if you go, it's the expectation without them really wanting to give you respect and thanks for your time.
True. Sure. That's some people that don't appreciate. Like Martin said on House Party. This is why I don't like DJing. Niggas don't appreciate it. But I definitely get it because it's like, but that's why I said, I like being overthanked. You know what I'm saying? Because when you show you appreciate the stuff that I do, I'll go all day. Super, you know what I'm saying? I'll run through a mountain for you if you show me you appreciate what I'm doing for you. So it's like I said, it's a gift and a curse, man. Because it's like when people recognize that about you and know that it's because it's a quality in people at some point, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're, like I said, I'm dependable. You can count on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm reliable, and that's a good feeling to have and a good label to be put on you, because you don't want to be the opposite. I know I don't want to be the opposite. At least not all the damn time. Once or twice, a little bit, maybe. But not I don't want that to be my label. You know what I'm saying? Don't even bother calling JB. He ain't gonna show up. Like I don't. That's not a good. It's not a good look.
Now, my younger years, you know what I'm saying? I was like, ooh, you don't gotta call me. Plus, having family stuff not, then, but
yeah, I mean, shoot, 20, 25, 30-year-old Jamal didn't give a damn. I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? You can call me or not call me. I'm cool where I'm at doing what I'm doing. But, through life, stuff change, you change, priorities change. You a little bit more lonelier than you was, or not, you know what I mean? Life changed, so that circumstance changed. But it's all about, if you enjoy being included in things, because sometimes you won't even get included if you deny your help. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it is, like if you get invited to somewhere, but they'd be like, but if you could do this for me, and you like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. I just want to come, like you said, like I just want to come and enjoy myself.
I have to be present.
Yeah. And they'd be like, you know what, then forget it.
Okay.
Fine, if that's how we doing it. But you had the label of captain when you was in high school when you played basketball. You was the captain of the hoop squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, coming from that perspective and managing were you the motivator? Like I kind of know the answer to this, but were you the motivator by verbal, or were you the motivator by action, or were you even the motivator? Were you the other part of leadership? I can't think of it right now because I know it's a lot more than leadership than just motivating. But did you take the motivation role, or did you take the other side of the leadership role when you were captain?
A little bit of both, but mine was more or less by example of how I worked and how I approached the game. Very seldomly did I really speak or verbalize anything. Maybe in a huddle, maybe usually if I verbalized something, it was to Brian.
Yeah.
Chill out. You got him. Lock him up. What we do? You know what I'm saying? To Brian. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Joe every now and then. Only thing. Okay. When it comes to being a leader, you like I spoke on earlier, it is important to know. You know what I'm saying? Your personnel. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
KYP. Know your personnel. Know your people. Know the personalities who are on the floor with you, who you can say something to, who you can't say something to.
or at least how you can say it and how not to say it.
Yeah, like I felt my fellow captain, like Jerry, I couldn't really say nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? He'll take it personal. He'll take it the wrong way. Now,
Yeah, he'll take it to heart.
now Brian, you know what I'm saying? He'll take it to heart, but he's not gonna get pissed at me. He's gonna be.
He's going to use that for his motivation.
Well, he's going to notice that I noticed that he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, holding him accountable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm speaking to. So I know with Brian, he's going to step his game up. And with him, I can go either way. I can go sarcastically, or I can go, you know what I'm saying, jump down, you know what I'm saying, like what we doing. Yeah, well, you know how I get out there.
Yeah.
Joe, you know what I'm saying? With Joe, you know what I'm saying? I can do it either way with Joe, but also only thing I would have to say with Joe is like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Can you take care of him? You got him?
You all right?
Brian, I'll be in Brian's ear the whole game. You know what I'm saying? The whole game. Then, you know, with Scotty coming the following year, my senior year, then it was, our relationship hasn't really built right there yet. But yet still he did look upon me as a leader. So I could talk crazy to, you know what I'm saying? Which I wouldn't talk crazy to him because they knew once they was in between the lines with me that I was the one that, you know what I'm saying, they was ready to go to war with. And Coach Moore would use me as a motivation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, because my dude Jerry got, he sat Jerry down. That kind of affected Jerry's game. Jerry got kind of pissed, you know what I'm saying? But it affected his game. With me, Coach Moore, he'll be fussing at me, just cussing me out. I think that's why people appreciated me also. I didn't think I had a big head. He would cuss me out. I'd just be looking at him like, what? Oh, I'm about to kill everything. You know how I would get you out. I get locker room. Kevin, you playing like a, say you playing like a pussy. You been
what?
but you know what his next phrase was? Calm down, Footy, calm down. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah, we out of here. We killing everything.
That's important when it comes to being a leader. Is knowing what buttons you can push to certain individuals, and also being a true leader. Sometimes you don't mind being led. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can take it as much as you can give it.
You can take it as much as you can give it. So.
Right. Because the reason why I asked that is because I remember when we played in our was it a rec league, summer league, our summer league, and we was and you would take that same kind of accurate with me too, because it's like it'll be like, all right, I got him, and then you know what I'm saying, it's somehow, I guess it's just probably because I'm probably not into the game at the moment, but like the person who I'm guarding will probably run off 3 or 4 straight points, and then you'll come to me like, JB, you got to guard him. You know what I'm saying? You got to guard him, dog. He can play, man. You got to guard him, and then he'll probably score 3 or 4 more points. So then you'd be like, "Come on, JB, I'll switch with you." And that part right there is the part that would bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, nigga, we ain't switching. I got him. Okay. Like, all right, man. And then from that point on, we cool. But it's like you gotta know how this. When you in that foxhole on that battlefield with people, you gotta know what button to push to get them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people.
Prime example, like with Lil Bruh, like with Dante. You're just getting Dante's face. Well, he must when you. What we doing? Were you serious? You know how he would get it up. That's how I knew how to get him going. Because he ain't gonna get upset at me again. He's recognizing that I'm recognizing that he's out here getting dominated, and this shouldn't be happening. So what we doing? Let's go.
Seriously.
So knowing,
you never know. You gonna let him do
that? Yeah, I never really talked sarcastically to Don. I mean, he could joke with him, but I know how to push his button is to get up in his face. Like, nah, I got him, dog. You get your little. You little.
Yeah,
you tell him that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that used to get me.
Either way, either he gonna catch it or I'm gonna catch it. We let's go.
Yeah, that's because that used to get me on it. That part used to get me like, let's switch. What? Hold on, you talking to me like I can't? You telling me I can't handle this nigga? I got him. All right. I got him.
All right.
And
So
that's when it's lockdown time. But that's why I asked you that question, because I know it's like when remember when Jalil was having what, like 3 or 4 games where he just wasn't hitting nothing. And then I guess that one game that I fouled out, and then you kind of pulled him along to the sides, like, because he stopped shooting. He wasn't. He was just kept passing the ball back to Joe or get the ball back to you, and you kind of like took it to the side, like, bro, you got to shoot the ball, man. This is your court. You know what I'm saying?
we get the rebound.
Just shoot.
Just play.
Just play, basically.
We had some young kid with us in AMP too. You know what I'm saying? So our team wasn't, and we played against the freshmen and other decent teams like that. But that's what leadership is.
4 teams.
It was knowing. That's what true leadership is. Is knowing how things is going to work with certain individuals. That's like she was saying. So when she goes, like, you don't want to be that leader, but sometimes I'm recognizing something that you're not.
So let me see something different. So let me say something. Or it's like, all right, we all as a collective is not doing what we're supposed to do. So let's take it back to the Davenport days. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody already know what that means. So excuse me. So it's like the knowing of your personnel, and the knowing the personalities and the mindset and the heart of the men that you and your foxhole with is a very, very big important part of becoming a leader or becoming not a leader. Because it's like different times through that whole scenario, and I know you've been in the foxhole with these dudes a lot more than I have in that same type of situation, but you know what these people are capable of. So it's like, I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing right now. What we doing? Where we at? So that's why I went through that angle and asked those questions.
Good for you. You back, sis? Has Mercury got a retrograde yet?
I don't know. I don't know. But are y'all done?
Yeah, we done. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
well, he just asked me a question about being a leader.
Because he was actually
no, I'm just messing with y'all anyway. I was in and out, and what was y'all supposed to do but talk to each other? Duh. I was just messing with you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask. So, what do you think? Yeah, what characteristics does make a good leader versus a good follower?
Well, I think both. I think, for one, a good leader can be a good follower. You have to be a good leader. You have to be able to follow, because you gotta understand, like we just been sitting here talking about, where other eyeballs is recognizing you muted. He muted.
You muted, Kev.
Where other eyeballs is recognizing what's going on in your collective situation that is happening at the moment. So I think you have to be able to follow to become a good leader, because as much as you give it, you have to be receptive of it. So I don't think you can do one without the other. That's just my personal opinion.
But what are some of the characteristics of a good leader?
Confidence, awareness, communication, drive, ability.
So that was going to be one of my questions. Do you really think the person has to have the ability or to teach it? I mean, in order to lead it, like, do you have to be a teacher in order to be a leader?
No, but I have to trust that you know what you're talking about.
Well, you don't have to be a true teacher, but you gotta figure out how to convey the message you need to get to the individual so things can go smoothly. So in that way, you do have to sort of, become a teacher.
You gotta know what you're talking about. I don't know if that puts you on teacher level,
but you
have to
For them to
You
see
know?
that vision, you got to figure out how to convey that message so everything.
Yeah. So in the level of you
So do
knowing
you
what you're
need to
talking
be an expert in it?
about, no,
Do you need to
no,
be an expert in it, or
I don't feel you need to be an expert. Like I just said, I think it's just as simple as just knowing what you're talking about, and the people trusting you. I think the trust of your men around you is probably the most important part when it comes to that question, because they know that they know you. You know what I'm saying? Because like how we've been sitting here talking about the whole basketball angle, it's why everybody have such a different reaction to Kev, because everybody know Kev is coming hard, balls to the wall, regardless, every time, all the time. So when he's saying something to you, us knowing him and us knowing him knowing us, if that came out right, we know how to accept it. And we know that it's not just anything, because we know that he ain't just saying it just to be blowing smoke up everybody's butt. So that's my take.
And being a leader, also know how to delegate, like she was saying earlier, trusting people with certain tasks and knowing that person can get that task done and hoping, they're doing their part so that whatever you have going on, that, everything runs smoothly, and sometimes also being a leader and delegate and also being an individual experiences are different. Somebody who may have a little bit more experience than what I have, now they can have a different way of showing me something. Okay, yeah, then it may work with what I'm thinking about, or vice versa. Also, paying attention to what's who's around you, because experience is one of the best teachers out there.
Yeah, definitely.
okay? So I pulled up. I looked up characteristics of a good leader, and so it sent me to, I don't even know how I got here, but it's a thing called JAMS Pathways, JAMS Pathways, and so it has 15. I'm gonna read them to y'all, okay? So great active communication is number one. Number two is emotional intelligence. Number
Yeah.
three is integrity. Number four is confidence that inspires. Number five is sharp problem solving skills. Number six is delegation of empowering potential. Number seven is the ability to communicate a vision.
Communicate
Number
what?
8 is great.
Vision.
Communicate vision. Okay, I just didn't hear that last part. So,
Communicate a vision.
okay.
Number 8 is great conflict resolution skills. Number 9 is adaptability. Number 10 is collaboration. Number 11 is cultural awareness. Number 12 is accountability. Number 13 is humility. Number 14 is passion and motivation. And number 15 is continuous learning mindset.
Everything
What y'all think
before
about those?
everything but 14 for me.
I agree on all of those, because we, in some way or somehow, we touched
You
on
don't
probably
think
all
passion and
14 of them.
motivation are needed?
It's needed, but I'm saying everything you kind of were saying is kind of characteristics that I kind of display, or I think I have within myself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think
Now,
we mentioned in some shape or form. I think we mentioned all of those in some shape, form, or fashion. Not necessarily in that in verbatim, word for word, or how it's explained, but
emotional intelligence is very important, because, like I said, dealing with personalities, you got to know who you can talk crazy to, who you can, who you have to baby, or who you can say, man, sorry, what I'm saying.
Some people you need to put an arm around and take them off to the side and talk to them and not let nobody hear what you're saying to them. And some people you can bark at them and be like, "What the," you know what I'm saying, and they'll rise to the occasion. And then you got to understand what to say and how to say it to not shut somebody down, because you can also, if you come at them the wrong way, they're out of here. They mentally gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's an important part too, because you got to learn how to navigating personality juggling is a monster. Because we had.
I want to read.
Go ahead, read it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we had
No,
a
go
lot
ahead.
of different personalities that we done a lot of, things with. I keep going sport wise because that's like a big thing that we did with a lot of different people and a lot of different personalities, and it's a lot of different. You know what I'm saying?
It's like one of the traits was cultural awareness. Yeah,
Cultural awareness. Yeah. That's a big one.
Like that?
Is definitely a big
I
one.
don't even think that's one that people even think about.
No, because it's like you see in your vision this way, and you don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? You have to explain your vision this way different to Timothy compared to Jaquan.
Rashid. but culture is not only it's not only dealing with ethnicity, it is dealing with the surroundings, the people that are in this one environment. So if I am coming from an environment of people who have a lot versus a lot of an environment of people who don't have a lot, I have to understand that the way that I explain things may have to be different. Because so culturally, even if it's a Caucasian person who ain't got nothing, and they sit next to a black person who ain't got nothing, we in the same boat, brother. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that's the culture of it. Like we talk about culture all the time in our church. What is the culture of our church? What is the mission of our church? And so like when we come in, we want, it's basically who people identify you with, the things that people identify you with. So if I identify you with someone who speaks very educated, if I identify you with someone who understands at a higher level, if all of the things that make this culture, one, then I have to come in and I have to understand what the culture is before I start to lead it.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't come in doing things the same way for every environment.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good one. I thought that was a good one. People often be like, look at things as black and white, and things are not often black and white. If I know how to say I work in a factory, and I know I've been a picker the whole time, but in this one culture, it's every man for himself. But in this other culture, it's we all do it together. So if I come in and I'm the management of this, then I have to understand whether if it's a culture where we all work together, then I have to cultivate this idea that we continue to work together. And how do we work together effectively? Or if it's the culture where we all do we all do our part and make it happen, then I have to understand that I'm going to have to motivate these individuals. There's going to be a different kind of motivation that I'm going to have to be. So I really thought that one didn't necessarily stick out to me, but I'm glad you pointed it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I looked up followers too.
It's like coach.
I looked up followers as well.
Go ahead with the following.
This one I didn't go through
characteristics of a good follower.
Yeah, characteristics of a good follower. No, I didn't go through paths because I don't see that. But it only has a couple of traits that I think we would agree on. So the first one is self-management. It says the ability to think of oneself and work independently without requiring constant supervision. Courage. I would not have thought about courage, but it says the backbone to speak truth to power, offer constructive criticism, and stand up to unethical practices.
I get that. I
Number three,
definitely understand courage. Definitely understand courage.
right?
Because if you feel that your direction isn't leading you in the right direction, you have to be able to say so in a manner
Yep.
that won't belittle the person above you and still get your point
Exactly.
across and not be disrespectful.
Yep.
So courage is huge. Courage is huge.
Courage is huge. I need to be able to say, hey, can I give my opinion without making it look like I'm trying to be the leader? And that can be hard. So having the courage to do that, yeah, very important. The next one is commitment. Dedicated support to a shared goal, purpose, or organizational vision, rather than just blindly following a specific person. And so that's a big one. That's a big one that I see. It's a lot of people who are not really committed to the goal, and that's why the thing don't happen. Me and Kevin definitely dealt with that.
Is that commitment or trust?
No, that's both. This is talking about the follower.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying.
the follower has to be committed. They got to be committed to the goal. You got to be trustworthy too, but it's the same.
Don't trust the leader. Yeah, because it's like when you come. All right, I'll go back to your analogy of coming in new, and you see the flaws in your leader. You know what I'm saying? You see the flaws in your leader, but it's not really your place to say it. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out your way to mold that little dynamic. You know what I mean?
No, I think you're thinking about it in a different way.
Okay.
Because this is just talking about being dedicated. This is talking about commitment to the goal. So if we all know what we came here to do, and we're committed to the goal,
to that,
not to the person. It's actually saying not being committed to a specific person, being committed to the goal.
All right.
So it's talking about the commitment. Like we had so many projects where people were supposed to help us complete it, and they just did not show up. So even if we did not do an amazing job, we needed people who were going to be committed to sticking in it to the end with us. And a lot of those people just left us high and dry. So even if you ain't the best at it, even if you don't know all the answers, I need you to be committed just like I am. Yeah. We in this together.
Yeah.
Show
Like
up on shoot day. The day we got to shoot the videos, and then they show up. But all the other little extra.
Yeah, and it's like.
Okay.
And it wasn't even the crazy part is it wouldn't even be our job to figure out all like the ins and outs or the scripts and all that stuff. We would have a completely different job, and then they would show up and we'd be like, well, nigga, where we gonna put you?
Right.
Like we was just trying to figure out how we were going to maneuver and figure out how to get something accomplished because you didn't show up. Now you want to show up. Now we got to put you in there. How?
Yeah, now we got to find you a spot.
You know? Yeah. Be committed to the goal. Yeah. Be like, hey, no matter what, I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off.
We never showed you our McDonald's commercial, huh?
No.
Yes, we did. We showed it. Yes, we did. We showed it not too long ago, actually.
Oh, that's the one we all had the mask on.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
We showed the McDonald's. We never showed Pursuit of Happiness.
Here's a video. Yeah, but
yeah.
Duke edited that one.
No,
but them people did not show up. Them people was not showing up to that dang old commercial, and then at the end wanted to be in it and figure out what me and Kevin had figured out. Okay, next one, because it's 901, y'all. Okay, so the next one is competence. Obviously, we want people who know what they're doing. We want a follower who is committed, but also is competent in knowing how to do what they said they can do. Because when somebody don't know, now me as a leader, it's like, now I got to teach you how to do that thing, and it's going to take more time away from it. So having people who actually know what to do and how to do it is just as important.
Is problem solving on that? The followers.
So
With that got to go to
now no follower. Not no follower. Follower, that's part of leadership. Because if the person doesn't know how to do it, the leader has to figure out how to problem solve and put that person in a place that they are competent in.
Man, go ahead.
The last two. Well, this one goes together: loyalty and discretion. Because you also, as a follower, do not want to have. Okay, let me read this. Being a reliable teammate who defends the leader's vision while handling sensitive information appropriately. So it ain't nothing like having somebody who talking about you behind your back while they supposed to be following you, while they claim to have your back, while they claim to be all in, and then they're not a person who's loyal or even thinks about discretion. Because there are a lot of times we're putting out fires in a lot of situations, whether I'm at church, whether I'm at the funeral home, no matter where I am. There's a lot of scenarios where in the back of the curtain, we're putting out fires, but we don't want people to know that. So it sucks when you have somebody, who goes and runs their dang old mouth. And then the last one,
ride or die.
Ego management.
Huge.
It says prioritizing shared goal achievement over personal recognition. That is a big one.
Yeah.
That is a big one, because sometimes people just want to be seen. They want to be recognized. They want to be seen, and they want to. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's achieve this goal and do it together. It's not just about you.
They want to be overthinked.
So I always say, listen.
Hey, real time catching things. They want to be overthink. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you do stuff for the gratification of it instead of the actual love of it.
I'm talking in third person. The project wasn't good without Kevin Twitty running this. You know, Kevin Twitty was on the job. What's your name? The project, Kevin Twitty. Yeah.
You should name the project Kevin Twitty.
Yeah.
Directed.
But you've been following me. What they talking about, David? Yeah, that's what she talking about.
Yeah, I get it all, man. Because it's like you have chain of command is a big deal. So you don't want to break chain of command, but you also want to make sure you're heard, appreciated, and get your gratification.
Sometimes it's not about this saying that I did an amazing job. Sometimes it's the fact that we accomplished it together.
Yeah, we got it done. And the people
we got it done
for loved it.
Appreciated it and loved it.
It's like the duck on top of a pond. Don't see a duck sitting on top of a pond. It's super calm, but is feet is going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's our whole, in my profession, that's our whole moniker. That's our whole thing, is whatever chaos we got going on back here, do not let the people who we are performing from sense it in no shape, form, or fashion. Absolutely. Every once in a while, I tell the church, like, okay, y'all, I'm pulling back the curtain. Because sometimes I recognize that if you don't share certain things, then sometimes people will think you don't value their time, or you don't value, their efforts or stuff like that. So every once in a while, like Sunday, we started church like 15 minutes late.
because we were having technical issues. And so my thing was, I don't want these people to think that we just were not valuing their time. I wanted them to know that there was an issue that caused us to start late. And we value your time. We value, you coming, you participating, all of these things. So let me pull back the curtain. But most of the time, if I can work it without being a complete distraction, I'm not about to tell y'all what's going on. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to participate. I want you to experience, to have this experience. So, you kind of got to balance it out where you tell people what's going on versus when you hide it. And most of the time, if you can hide it, go ahead. So you don't take a.
Rather you not hear and worry, have an extra thing for you to worry about while I'm supposed to be putting this on for you. I don't want you to have to worry about nothing that's on our plate. Please handle your business, and trust me,
absolutely.
Oh my God, that is our whole. I'm telling you, we don't, man. Listen, it'd be bonkers going on.
Absolutely.
In that kitchen, but hey, when you get it, take your deep breath and open the door and just smile when you go out there. It's crazy. I get it though, because that is my profession. That is what I do for a living.
Absolutely. Me too.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. Kev too.
Constantly. We'll have a service going on the other side of the wall, and we back there trying to figure stuff out. Because at the end of the day, especially dealing with somebody in their hardest time of their life, you want to make sure that as much as can go smooth and not interfere with their grieving process, you want to make sure that you handle it.
Exactly.
And sometimes we be on fire, but it is what it is. It's part of it. Never a dull moment.
Never. I know. And we have it. It'd be crazy when you're dealing with people's food. It's wild. It's so wild. Because it's like people invite more people than supposed to come. Okay, we need 6, 7 more.
Always.
It's always something. So you have to be able to. Don't complain. Don't spaz. You need what?
Yep.
I'm gonna get it for you. Da. Here you go. All that, because I'm working in the kitchen. You hear people just barking. I just gave you XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Why do you need a nut? What you need? Pow. Here you go. Why are you sitting here arguing with this person for 20 minutes about giving them something when you can just give it to them, get them out your face, and call it a day? But now you're gonna sit there.
Shut up. Do it. Get it over with.
Ain't no more
Exactly.
We had somebody at McDonald's get mad because they forgot to give Dave his sauce today. Chicken nugget sauce. And so he had to go in and get it. He goes in to get it, and the lady looks at him crazy.
Like it's your fault.
Yeah, and then it was like she looked at him like he was trying to steal more sauce. And it was like, do you really think he would have got out of the car, walked all the way in here for 2 more sauces?
Wow.
And if he did do all that, just give him the freaking sauce.
Yeah.
Give him the freaking sauce.
We ain't gonna get into a conversation about our McDonald's days, but
I'm gonna let you wrap this up. It's 9:10. Let's start wrapping up, y'all.
Go ahead, wrap it up. First of all, we need to apologize for last week. We didn't mean to end it abruptly, but somebody went on ahead and just didn't end the show.
Straight disconnected our services.
So you got any last words, JB?
Yes. In order to be a good leader, you have to first know how to be a good follower. Be very, very aware of the people who you're trying to direct, the people who you're trying to bestow wisdom upon, and all of that stuff. So I will very, 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 very seriously suggest that folks understand the people who you're talking to. Like I always say, Know the people who you conversating with and know how they want to be conversated to, and that will make your life so much easier. What's not a word? What? What? Please? Conversate is not a word?
Converse.
No, that's one of your ghetto words that you ghetto people use. Converse. You converse.
Conversate. I guarantee it's on a dictionary.
Check for Webster. Yeah, check
If you
for Webster.
want to use conversate, then you want to use it in another tense. You just conversate it.
He was conversationalizing, and
I was conversated. Have you ever been conversated?
Sorry.
Sound like you need to use that.
Sorry.
It was
I went to
conversation.
Akron Public Schools.
Okay, your turn, Kevin.
But, like he was just saying, you know, understanding when you lead or understanding who you have underneath you, do what you can to lead people with their dignity. You know, as you will want people to leave you with your dignity. Inspirational quote, great Maya Angelou, you know, says, if I can sum this up, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So with that, do what you can to treat people right. So
Bars.
It's not his bar.
I know. I was just about to say, Maya Angelou always drop bars.
where my mic at?
Is it my turn?
It is.
Good talk.
Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Down with Lisa, Kevin, JB, the show that talks about life's lessons, whether good, bad, or ugly. Each week we talk about ourselves, each other, always each other, and you, if you let us. Why? Because nothing is off limits when we use life's lessons to help each other. So tune in each and every week from 7 to 9-ish p.m. as we discuss what dawned on us today, and we discuss how to help each other figure out this thing called life. If you have the opportunity to lead or to follow, do it to the best of your ability. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are on Facebook Live and YouTube. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.